All right, let's get right into it here. Looks like market is up about 0.2%. You can see on the S&P and NASDAQ, 0.24%. Looks like, however, it looks like biotech and the small caps led the entire market, as you can see here. This is S&P 500 biotech and the Russell 2000 ETF here. As you can see, these guys are up, leading the entire market. So this is a good sign. That's probably why market is still sort of floaty here. And even with the recent drop, the market was really methodically coming down because it needed to reset that oscillator, which I'm going to talk all about. But look at all these stocks here. Looks like Netflix led the way, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these mining stocks, Bitcoin mining, crypto mining stocks are up or been up quite a bit. Let's stay with S&P 500 ETF. Spider 65-minute chart. Here, so this is where we closed yesterday. So this is where we closed yesterday. So as you can see, we slightly gone underneath the micro-term MA, the aqua sign there, aqua moving average. And then ever since then, it's sort of continued to drip lower. But if you look at this price action, right, it looks like the last 3 days of price action, including today here, and we're not really seeing like a big authoritative bears coming down and just pounding on the bears with these bloody down days. This is just very much controlled, and you can see how after significant bullish run here, we saw an island up gap, big sizable gap, and the continuation on the second day, and then we saw that another up gap on the third day in the morning. And this really was, this completely looked like a bull flag, right? To digest all of this gain there.
Perfect.
And then we got to about 505 here. And as you can see, it threw the hammer candle. And if you understand this candle right here, this is the first time showing a bullish hammer. So you can see this is a bearish shooting star, right? And then you see there's a red candle, there's a doji, there's a spinning top, and there's another red. It's all red, this tiny red. It's been throwing these tiny red candles, right? And it looks to be another shooting. There's a green small body here, but another seems to be another shooting star candle there. But it continues to drip without any kind of bullish candle, right? And it showed up on the 4th hour today. As you can see, right? And that's a first candle we haven't seen in 3 days. That's the first candle we haven't seen, especially after that oscillator hit that oversold zone, right? So what bulls needed to do after that was to now needed to reclaim the micro-term has been acting as resistance here and here. First, second, and third, right? So the 5th hour, the first time here, we got above the micro term, and we did see that follow through. And it all started with the hammer candle there.
Perfect.
So now the setup is, because if you look at this, if you just look at these 2 or 3 incidents where we saw that fluctuations, right? So you can see micro-term was lost, micro-term was lost, micro-term was lost for a couple hours here. Once the micro-term gets reclaimed, we do want to give benefit of the doubt to the buyer. So given the variable of potential shenanigan, right? Bulls do need to see a follow through at least in the first 2 hours tomorrow. And let's check out that oscillator. As you can see, that oscillator right here, that oscillator right there, oscillator right here. So that's bullish cross, right? So you can see, zoom in here. That's the cross, 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 yes? We can even go further. We can go all the way to January here, right? So that's the cross, 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 and that's the cross, right? So every single time, when we saw that bullish cross on that oscillator near the oversold, so this entire vicinity is oversold right here at the bottom of his band, entire top of his band is overbought. So when the oscillator fully resets, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier today, this down move, this really methodical down move here, very controlled down move. It feels like it was just bulls resting, but they're making sure that bear's not coming around. They're not gonna come and hinder their plan. That's what that decline looks like. It's just perfect bull flag so that they can rest and have that oscillator fully reset. So after that oscillator fully reset, when I say fully reset, the oscillator comes from the overbought zone, the top of his band. It comes back down to the bottom of his band, all the way bottom, and then it reset it, and then now bulls are looking for that oscillator cross back up, and they can continue with their uptrend. And he needs to get above the microterm. So that's above the microterm right there. See that aqua? That's the microterm. That's the microterm. That's microterm. That's microterm. So what bulls need is to see a follow through. Follow through. That's all they need. See a follow through at least 2 hours of tomorrow morning for that trend to be developed. And as you can see, since the early part of January, every single time this signal has not failed. How many times do we have this signal, right? We had that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th time in the last 3 months. And this signal has not failed to produce a reversal signal. So, and some might argue that, well, because this market has been such an easy market for the last 3-4 months, and this signal has never failed. So maybe this time, market must shake things up and bring some shenanigans, right? And maybe this time is different. So if this time is different, what you'll find is tomorrow, either we're gonna see a down gap back below the microterm, back below 505.33, and start retesting the gap area and my short-term moving average at 503, coinciding with my gap area, or we start to see a move tomorrow, or maybe a slight up gap, and then very abrupt sell-off and breaks below the microterm, and we start to see this red day tomorrow.
Huh?
And then back below the microterm. And then that oscillator, what happens is, instead of oscillator curling back up, reversing back up like this, what it does is it sort of whips up back down. If we do see some like that, and if this time is different, if the market is gonna shake things up in this vicinity, you're gonna see something like that. Microterm will be lost, the oscillator will be whipped up back down, and we're gonna come back down to a 503, and bulls are going to attack this gap area. But if everything plays out smoothly like it has done before, the market is preparing for another leg higher to the new all-time highs. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Go train tomorrow.